What's going on, everybody? This is Tanner from TanmanBaseballFan.com. I just threw up an article that I wrote. It took forever to write it, and so I wanted to go over a bunch of the latest pickups for my collection. I apologize ahead of hand. This is going to be a bit of a mess here because I've gotten a lot of really cool stuff over the past, past month or so, maybe past 3 weeks. Yeah, I think probably past 3 weeks. I'm going to dive in. I just kind of, man, I don't know where to start. So I'll start off, I guess, with these. I want to, I'll thank a few people here. There's somebody on the forums named T-Fangman. He sent me this for free, actually. It's a 2016 Topps Archives Walmart. It's a redback. It's numbered to 50. I want to thank you so much, T-Fangman, for this. I really appreciate you sending this. I love the 87 Topps cards anyways, as it is the design. It was the first card that I actually remember getting ever, so it means that much more to me. I appreciate that. Thank you again. I need a number of these still left to complete the run. Like, for instance, the 25, the autograph had 25, any other numbered unautographed ones, and probably some others as well. So if anybody knows where they are, just let me know. I'd appreciate it. This next one here, it's a 2016 National Treasures, Notable Nicknames, Jose Canseco. This was sent to me for free, again, by Randy B. So Randy, I want to thank you so much for your generosity on this card. This card is great. It's beautiful. And this is the third year the National Treasures came out with the Notable Nicknames set, and this is actually the second year that they decided to put Parkway Joe instead of Parkway Jose. I'm not really sure why. Maybe at some point people called him Parkway Joe as well. The story on it, from what I recall, is whenever Jose played for the Huntsville Stars, I believe back in '85, he hit the ball so hard that they would come close to the parkway that would run behind the stadium. So they would call him Parkway Jose. Actually, 2014 National Treasures, they had Jose sign Jose Canseco and then his nickname Parkway Jose. But 2015 and 2016, they literally just wrote in Parkway Joe, and there's the back says Parkway Joe again. So thank you so much, Randy. I love it, and I love that it completes a 3-card rainbow, I guess you could say. So it's really cool. This is kind of a strange thing. I'll probably do a video on these sooner or later, but this is kind of a weird deal, and I think that y'all probably get a kick out of this. And I don't know if anybody does this, but do y'all collect game cards? I do, whenever they have Canseco on it. So this is can't remember what it is. It's on my website, cansecocollector.com. I've named all these. I think it's Trivial Pursuit Family Edition from 1993. And then this is a 1991 Milton Bradley game. It says Casey Kasem on the back and Canseco on the front there, or vice versa. I don't know really. There's a Sports Illustrated game card, and then these are cool. I've never seen these. These are from Dave Campbell's Extra Bases baseball game, rookie card and a pitch card. I picked these up because a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, about probably 2 years ago or so, I had picked up a bunch of cards from a former super collector named Paul. Paul had a bunch of these game cards, and I never saw another Canseco collector that was really into these or that had ever posted them anywhere. Thought, it's kind of cool. I guess I'll pick those up also. I mean, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with them. Well, ever since then, anytime I come across some that I don't have, I pick them up. So I've now got this like really robust collection of game cards for Canseco. So it's pretty cool because it's neat to think that this card here could only be had if somebody picked up the game itself for $20 or maybe $1 at a garage sale or whatever. But if you get rid of this card, then the game's incomplete. And I guess it doesn't really matter as far as a lot of these trivia games go, but it's still kind of neat to to think that these came from different box board games and everything. So again, they're not huge, but they're fun. They're kind of neat, and they're not readily available unless you actually pick up the entire thing, the entire board game. So going forward, I actually, yeah, here we go. I'll go ahead and do this one next. So this is kind of a strange deal, and I'll show it in a second here. Somebody had come to me and offered me this card for $25, and they said it was a Beckett cut. So I thought that was kind of strange. I saw it, and here it is right here. It's a cool card, I guess. It's just I had never seen it before. It says Beckett at the top, and I thought it was kind of strange. And so, I figured that's probably cut from the cover of a magazine, of a Beckett magazine. If you remember, I'll get a Beckett here. Here's an old school Beckett. It's got Wade Boggs on it. Tell you what, let's see. Let's take a look here. If you remember all this here, so you've got 85 Fleer. The set at the time was $33 and going up. The Dwight Gooden was $7 and going up. Just kind of fun stuff. I have so many fond memories of Beckett. But anyway, on the back, a lot of times, and on the front, you'll see that they have a card, and it's really kind of, it's the same size as a real card, which is cool. So, and for instance, this is an 85 Donruss Eric Davis, but it's got a white border. Let's see if it's about the same size. That one's a little smaller than a regular size card. But anyway, so I just have this stack of them. I had an idea to get some, make some customs out of some Beckett cards, and so I picked up a stack from eBay probably a number of months ago, and I said, well, just for the heck of it, I'm going to take a look at the back of one of these, go through all of them to see if this card is there. So sure enough, the first magazine I picked up, I look on the back and bam, there it is. So I was very happy. I certainly didn't want to pay $25 for it. And I wasn't going to. I would have just, kept an eye out on the, Beckett to see which one it was. But anyways, it's a cool edition. It's something really cool. It's not something huge. It's just a nice little unique thing that you don't see. I mean, I've been collecting for, since '89, and I've never seen it before, or never pay attention, never noticed. So that's kind of a neat little addition there. And let's see here. Let me go to the next one. This is cool also. 2016 Topps Tech. It's a printing proof, black autograph, 1 of 1. You gotta love the Techs. I mean, they've got a lot of 1 of 1s out there. As a matter of fact, some of these cards came from me doing a deal. And I had to get rid of 2 1 of 1s that were Tech. One was autographed and one wasn't. So there's still others out there though, and I don't know. Anyways, so they're cool. Part of the deal was for a few things here. First of all, I'm going to show you this. And I've told you that I really like the 2016 or the 1987 Topps Jose Canseco because it was the first card that I really have that I could remember. Well, I picked up this. This is a 2016 Topps Walmart Archives 1987 version printing plate. It's a 1 of 1, magenta, I believe, and it's autographed. It's on plate. So a few things I like about this are, number one, that it's actually autographed on the plate itself, and number two, you actually see some of the ink just kind of spilling off there a little bit. It's kind of neat. I don't know why I like that, but I do. And so to go along with this, I got this here. This is one of those crazy 10 by 14 baseball cards, but this is the 1 of 1. It's a 2016 Topps Archives Walmart 10 by 14, 1 of 1 gold. And yeah, I love it. I love as many of these variations as I can get. I think I'm up to probably, oh gosh, I don't know, about 25 different variations of the 87 Topps. And yeah, I love it. And looking to have that grow. I don't really care much about duplicates, but different variations of it, heck yeah, I'm all about that. And also, by the way, I don't think I'm going to go ahead and talk too much about each of the deals here. I'll just show off the cards. Maybe I'll say a little bit about some of the deals. But anyways, here's another one. This is a 2015 Topps Tech printing proof. This is black and autograph as well. I think that goes really nicely with the 2016. think they go well, beautifully there. So I'm glad I got those. And like I said, I had to give up, I believe it's a blue with autograph and a black non-autograph, or maybe a blue non-autograph. I think it's a black non-autograph. So ultimately, I had one already that was a black autograph, and I gave up the non-autograph one. And you know, it's okay. There's going to be plenty of others out there, so I'm happy with the trade. Let me go to this. Let's see. I'll go ahead. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put up these here. This is kind of interesting. Actually, let me show you this. I think in my last video I showed you some game used stuff that I got from Canseco during his playing career and in the MLB and post-career MLB and the minor leagues. Well, I picked up these. These are some game used shoes from Canseco. It's kind of fallen off there and everything, but you know, these are great. I picked them up from the same guy who is Canseco's pitching coach, I'm sorry, batting practice pitcher, and his name's Carlos. So hey, Carlos, I want to give you a shout out there. I know you were watching my previous video, so thank you for the deal there on that. I actually, that's the second pair of shoes that I got that are game worn, so the Nikes are probably going to go under the knife at some point to make some pretty cool jumbo customs there. So that was one of the main reasons. I had one pair of gamers already, but I had a hard time cutting them up, so I didn't, because they were the only pair that I had that were gamers. So anyway, so that's that, and I'm glad to have those. Here's a couple others. I think I'll tell you what, I'm going to go through these first here. So I'm going to set this up a little bit and tell you a little bit of the background of these here. So you're probably familiar with 1996 Fleer. So you have the 96 Fleer matte version. You have the 96 Fleer glossy version, right? So actually, I think this is probably the glossy. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So the matte version has gold foil here, and you know, cool looking card. The Tiffany version is so much cooler. It's got the hollow foil, and it's really neat. But they're not really worth that much. I mean, you know, they're just base cards in a parallel of the base card. But this is a Red Sox team card. It's the same exact card. It's Tiffany, and it's got silver as well. So there's the three that we're probably all used to seeing over and over and over again. So about, I want to say, half a year ago or so, somebody had contacted, or had actually posted on the forums, and I've been looking for this version. There's actually a couple of variations that are very rare out there, and that is a matte version with silver foil instead of gold foil, and a Tiffany version with gold foil instead of silver foil. So I didn't know if I was ever going to see them, but a number of months ago, somebody had posted that they found a bunch of the Tiffany versions with gold foil. So I was just, I was really excited about that, and I contacted him very quickly to see if he'd be willing to sell. He said, well, I do want to sell, but I'm going to make sure that I wait until I'm able to post these on eBay. It's like, oh, okay, all right. Well, thankfully, there's not many people that know about these, so it didn't go that high, and I was able to pick it up. Here it is. So is the Tiffany version with gold foil, and so all I needed was the matte version with silver foil, and I just didn't know if that was ever going to show up ever. Well, guess what? Here it is. So now I have the complete run. I'm very, very happy about this because this card is now 21 years old. So difficult to come across, and it's just, man, I'm so pumped to have this. And the cool thing was this actually was this was actually the starter for another deal that I was doing with another Canseco collector, and I'll tell you a little bit about this in a second here as well. Basically, in other words, if this card didn't pop up, this next deal wouldn't happen. So you've probably, maybe or may haven't, seen me post this before. This is a very, very cool card. 2016 Topps own the name. It's a 1 of 1. They actually put a few 1 of 1s in 2016 for Canseco. I don't think they did the entire name. They might have. I'm just not sure. I've seen 3 of them so far. I picked up 2 of these guys, and I love them. But in 2014, they did this also, and I don't have any of them. I've only seen 2 of them. So for all I know, there's only 2 of them out there. I just don't have a clue. The Canseco collector Curtis that I was able to get this from, he has the 2014 version. So I asked him, I said, will you please let me trade you my duplicate of this for your 2014? And so this was months ago, and he said, no, I can't do it. No, I just can't do it because mine is the first one made. I was like, well, yeah, but the 2016 is so much cooler looking. Take a look. It's green. It's beautiful. Blah, 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 blah. And he was like, nope, can't do it. I said, I will give you money plus this card for yours, please. He's like, nope, won't do it. So he wouldn't budge until this card posted. I gave him an offer for cash and one of my other on the name letter for the 96 Flair, and he took it. He said, okay, and here it is. So now I have one of each set, and it spells no. Or it spells on. There you go. But anyways, very cool. I'm so happy to finally have landed this because I don't know if there's going to be another one that surfaces. I don't even know if they made another one. The Beckett checklist suggests that there's 7 of them, but you just never know. You don't know about these. So anyways, it came in today. Mega pumped. I love this card. I love this card. It's great stuff. So going forward, I will show you all this. So there's a 2016 Bowman's Best Atomic Refractor autograph. And somebody had given me an Atomic Refractor non-autograph. And I posted on my blog. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting your name right now. You're in the blog posting that I just made last night. And it's actually not here. It's, I think, it's en route or something. En route. Not sure which one is right, but anyhow, so I love this card. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. It's fantastic. I'm so happy that Topps came out with the Atomic Refractor again, and it's cool. It's very cool. The cooler thing would be the Superfractor, because yes, they made a Superfractor of this. And here it is. This is the 1 of 1 2016 Bowman Best Superfractor autograph. The best card in the entire set, if you're a Canseco collector, I guess. Yeah, it's the best one for me anyhow. They also have a non-autographed Superfractor version, and guess what? I have that one as well, or at least I had that one. Now, the cool thing is I was contacted by 2 separate people inside of a week or so, I think, of this release, and I was able to get both of them. Very, very fortunate. Very, very happy to get both of them. I don't have the unautographed Superfractor anymore. So you might be asking why. Well, I was able to do a deal with AJ. So AJ picked up my non-autographed Superfractor version, and I got this 1 of 1 2005 SP Legendary Cuts Classic Careers autographed jersey. I think it is just a gorgeous card. It's got holofoil there, and it says 1 of 1 in holofoil. Autograph is beautiful. The design is outstanding, and I think we both did fantastically because the Superfractor that I sent is great. Okay, but I already had this one, so I was okay with getting rid of the non-autograph one, especially since I love this design so much. Very much so in love with that design there. So, okay, so there's a couple other things before I get to my favorite. So I want to tell you about this first. In 1995, Score had come out with a number of versions of their card, of the base card. So there's regular, there's the Gold Rush parallel, there was the Platinum parallel, and there's a sample also, I think. So in order to get the Platinum version of the card, you had to, if I remember correctly, you had to collect the entire team set of the Gold Rush set, whatever you wanted to do, whether it was the A's, Rangers, Red Sox, whatever, and take that along with a redemption card and send it into Score. So once Score received those Gold Rush cards, they would punch their logo in a little hole punch deal at the bottom right most of the time of the Gold Rush cards. They would send them back to you and give you a Platinum set. Well, apparently this was wildly popular because Score said, forget this, we're not going to be punching any more cards, and they started just sending the cards back regularly. So very, very, very few 95 Score Gold Rush cards were sent back with a hole punched. And if they were, I would imagine a lot of people probably threw them out because for all intents and purposes, they're basically damaged cards because there's holes punched. And well, guess what? In 2017 and before, obviously a lot too, those punched cards are worth significantly more than any of the others in the set. And so somebody had actually posted on the forums, and he goes by Spike, that he had a number of these. And so I was just really pumped about this. This was probably half a year ago or so. I said, oh, please, if you could sell me the Canseco, I'd be mega happy. I would love to get that. And he's like, okay, well, I appreciate your request. I'll think about it and let you know. And so I kept checking in, and he just never wanted to pull the trigger. So I finally said, okay, I'll tell you what. And I offered him a good amount of money, and he ultimately still said nope. But I'll tell you what, Tanner, you send me your address, and you never know what Santa will bring you. Well, guess what? Months later, here it is. It is the 1995 Score Gold Rush with the hole punch. And so you see that right there? There it is. So now this run is complete. I'm very happy about that. Love this card. I've been chasing this forever. So this last 3 weeks has been fantastic for my collection, I'm telling you. Here's a couple non-card things. There's 3 more things I'm going to show you here. And this stuff's really cool. I don't know. I like to try to stick with card stuff, but sometimes you just gotta go for non-card stuff if it's cool enough. So here you go. This is the first thing. This right here is a press photo that was probably released by the Oakland Athletics, and this was used by I believe Sporting News because it has a Sporting News collection hologram on the back. It's from 1986. You can see the crop marks that the Sporting News did, or whatever newspaper outlet that they sent, did. And so it's my understanding that this was used, and it was specifically done in black and white, so that way the newspaper outlets and everything could use this photo or this photo if they ran an article on Canseco. And so this is really kind of neat to me because number one, this is basically a rookie press photo. So this is 1986. This is a really cool thing. And also, if you take a look, I want you to pay attention to this picture here. Does this look familiar? I'm actually going to get something here. 1 second. Okay. So does this picture look familiar at all? I want you to really study it. Look familiar? How about now? How about now? So, you take a look at this. This picture was taken probably just a few seconds before or after his most famous baseball card ever made. I thought that was really, really cool. And the fact that it's an original that came from the Sporting News, I mean, that's something. So this is a landmark piece as far as non-cards go when it comes to things that aren't game used or anything like that. So you got the crop marks, you got the picture in the same famous photo shoot as the 86 Donruss. It's really cool stuff. So anyways, I had to pick this up. And this was part of a trade that I did with AJ also. So this next thing is even quirkier, but kind of cool. So it's really cool, actually. I love it. So I'm sure that if you've looked online, you've probably seen the infamous mugshot of Canseco. Now, a little bit of background on that. I don't have much. I know it was from March of 1984. So we're talking over 30 years ago. and it's always black and white. And I actually used it on my website to show just as a little fun promotional, saying, cards that I wanted. So anyways, here, take a look at this. This is a full color version of it, and I'd never seen a color one before this year. Now, one thing also that you probably won't notice unless you looked at is all of the other versions I've seen of this, aside from being black and white, it cuts off right here. So you see part of his arm here. So I don't know if this is like the only one like this out there, but all of this does lead me to believe that this is an original of some sort that originated from the booking office or from the jail, that this happened back in 1984. So I don't know. This is really cool stuff. This is a piece of Canseco history. I like to stay within the bounds of baseball because I don't really, I'm not somebody that tries to collect anything and everything that has to do with the man, but when it comes to pre-rookie anything, I mean, I think this is really slick. So I enjoy the heck out of this piece. This is really neat. I think that's something special. So last but not least, and I say this because, I mean, gosh, guys, we've gone through a really cool press photo, what looks to be an original mug shot from a very famous picture, 1 of 1 letter patches, beautiful 1 of 1 autograph jersey cards, super fractor, atomic fractors, printing plates, printing proofs. There have been a lot of great things that have come about this last 3 weeks. And still, I don't think any of them hold a candle to what I'm about to show you right now. So I'm going to show on camera what it is, and then I'll explain it. Okay, so this is a 1991 Upper Deck Silver Slugger. Now, do you see anything strange about this? Anything at all? Well, if you could tell, I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, there's a great picture on my blog at tanmanbaseballfan.com and on my Canseco website, cansecocollector.com. But if you look, this is all silver. All this is silver. As a matter of fact, this is a chrome card. So what you are looking at is a 1991 Upper Deck Silver Slugger chrome card. And to give you a little bit of backstory on it, the makers of the chrome technology had reached out to Upper Deck at first, and they pitched their technology to Upper Deck. They made several pieces to show what the cards would look like. This is one of them. It's the exact same size as a regular card and everything, so it fits perfectly in this one touch. And it's etched also. You see all this here. And the back is black there. It's a magnet. So presumably, and you can see how it's kind of, the etch is kind of poking out through there. Presumably this was a magnet so that way during their presentation they could stick it on a board to show it and then pull it off so you could see it in hand. That's just a complete guesstimate on my behalf, but I think that's a pretty darn good guess. Anyhow, so Upper Deck says no thanks, but no thanks. We don't want to go forward with the Chrome version. So the company says, okay, that's fine. They go to Topps saying, guess what? The rest is history. We have 1993 Finest. We have all the Topps Chromes. We have the Bowman's Best. We have the refractors. We have the superfractors. So what I'm holding in my hands right here is a piece of tangible history of modern baseball cards. This to me is really a lot more exciting than a lot of one-of-ones. There are about 3 of these that I know of, though this is the most complete copy that I've seen because there's 3 of them. One of them doesn't have a magnet on the back. The other one does have a magnet on the back, but it doesn't have the etchings on the back. It doesn't matter. All 3 of them are, amazing. So it really doesn't matter. But if if I had any of the other copies, I'd probably try to hype up what's different about that one than this one also. But anyway, so I love it so much because, again, this is this represents a potential fork in the road of for baseball card history here. We could have had a 1993 Upper Deck Chrome Jeter. We could have had all kinds of interesting things, and instead we have Topps Chrome and we have Bowman Chrome, and to this day, the Bowman Chrome rookies of modern card history are probably the biggest ones around. They're the most sought after for the most part. So I love this. This type of prototype is something that really gets me excited because it's not going to be on any checklist. It's not going to. It's not supposed to exist, So I love this kind of thing in my collection. It's fantastic. So yeah, I'm going to have to say this beats pretty much everything else I've shown. For me, this is a grand slam. So that really is about it. I've got some other stuff coming in, but I mean, my gosh, I don't know. I'm very happy for all these additions. So, thank you guys for watching. It's been about half hour. So if you've held on that long, I appreciate it. If you have any comments, feel free to email me, tanmanbaseballfan@gmail.com. And you can also get me on Twitter at tanmanbbfan. Of course, my website, tanmanbaseballfan.com and cansecocollector.com. And also going to give you a shout out to my new product, customcutsonline.com, if you wanted to check out that. And it's a really cool do-it-yourself custom card kit for $29.95. So, well, I hope you guys have a great day, and I look forward to hearing from you.